Prevention Lifeline toll free at 800-273-TALK. That's 800-273-TALK. All of us are here to help.
Your information station, WTIM.
You're listening to WTIM, your information station, with our WTIM morning show. And joining me in this segment is Jessica Franks. She is the recreational director of the Taylorville Park District. We're brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. Jessica, first and foremost, how are you this morning?
Doing great. How are you?
I am doing well and glad to see you here in studio. Always a easy, nice, breezy interview with Jessica. And so we plan to do the same today. Talk about what's going on with the Taylorville Park District, and maybe on the in-betweens talk about what we want to talk about a little bit too. Jessica, you told me last time about an Easter egg hunt, and I know that's going to be coming up probably as, I think you said in April.
It is
So
April 19th.
That'll be coming up around the corner. What can you tell me about the Easter egg hunt?
Well, for that, the event is at James Park again. It was there last year. We're going to continue to do it there. It works very well for dividing out the areas for the kids. So starting at 11 o'clock that Saturday.
And so if I remember right, last time you told me, all right, we know that candy is going to be everywhere. So we're going to try to do some things like some stickers, erasers, some fun things that are just a little less maybe sugar driven.
Yes, some more prizes stuck in there or things laying out in the grass for the kids just to pick up while they're there. So everybody leaves with a little something.
A little something, and split into age groups, if I remember right, as well. So the big kids aren't, tussling around with others.
Absolutely. So starting 0 to 2, going all the way up to the 11 to 12-year-olds.
0 to 2. Okay. Well,
yes.
You definitely probably don't want them with 12-year-olds. I can imagine that would be an interesting scene.
Yes.
But I can certainly not blame you for maybe splitting that up a little bit. The summer concert series, you told me the artists last time, I believe it was an Eagles tribute band. We had some 90s country getting in there as well. What can you tell me about the artists? Do you have a little more information on them as of today?
The first concert, that one in June, is Taylorville, which that's the Taylor Swift tribute band. And we're really excited about having them. That's going to be the biggest one of the season, of the summer. And so we've got people coming in. It's a full out show. They have a huge screen, like a 20-foot screen that goes behind their stage. So lights, fog, the whole 9 yards, just a full out concert, nothing like even from last year. And so that same thing will go for the second show in July. That's the Stone Cold Cowboys, and they are 90s country. So it's going to be the same thing with the stage, the lighting, everything just really done up to just a higher level than what we did last year for that first concert.
Well, I'm excited for those too. I did not realize that it was a Taylor Swift tribute.
It is. Yes. Their name is the Taylorville Band. And so it's awesome because they said every time they traveled around this area and they would pass that exit coming from St. Louis, they would see Taylorville and they just would scream and laugh and just wonder what's in Taylorville. So when I emailed them about getting a quote, I even got back like, is this seriously Taylorville? Like, we're Taylorville, so this will be Taylorville Comes to Taylorville. They loved it. They always wanted to come here, and so it's going to be awesome to have that.
I'm glad I asked about it because, I thought when you said Taylorville Band, I thought maybe like a community band. That's what I was going to.
Yeah, so Taylor Swift tribute.
Taylor Swift tribute, Stone Cold Cowboys then in July with 90s country music. And then that third and final show in August, right?
That is the Victims of Love. They're the Eagles tribute band. So several of those members are part of the band that we had last year for Journey.
Okay.
And they've got a different lead singer and a couple of different other people doing instruments. But some of those are the same people that travel with that portion of the show too. So it'll be awesome to have them back.
So the summer concert series, this is the second year back around with it.
It is.
And so this year we got some 20-foot screens. We got some fog.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah, a lot better. And then I know it's something that it'll start getting out a lot more today. And I know people will hear it here, but for that July and August concert, we are so excited. We've been working on this, trying to figure out a way to make it happen. But the 40 mile per hour club is going to come out. So where they normally had the car cruise on the square, they're going to come set up there at the park. So it's going to be the car cruise followed by a concert each one of those nights in July and August. So we are so excited to see that because, really with 90s country and with the classic rock, it fits the vibe. So it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
So the 40 mile per hour club joining as part of the car cruise for June, July, and August.
Not for June, just July and August.
For July and August. And probably understandably so.
Yes,
With that being the case too, last time you told me this is going to be free of charge and open to the public.
it is. Yes, always free. The only thing that you're going to incur there, especially for that Taylorville and the Taylor Swift tribute, they will have a merch table where you can go there, buy shirts, get photos and stuff like that. And then, of course, the food trucks. We're going to have 3 food trucks for each one of the events. So if you want to come early and eat, there'll be plenty of choices there.
But that's up to you. And
Yes.
the price that you saved on the tickets, come on, you
Absolutely.
just go over to the food truck.
Yes. I mean, especially that the Taylorville and the Taylor Swift band, they are at Dannenberger's a few weeks later, and I think their ticket's $40. So free sounds a lot more appealing to me.
I would say, well, yeah, especially when you consider taking the family out.
Oh yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
and that price certainly adds up. So the summer series of concerts that'll be coming up for the Taylorville Park District, the Easter egg hunt in April on the 19th. And what else you mentioned to me about the Pro Disc Golf Association? as well.
Yes, they are scheduled. Their event, the first one this year, is going to be July 19th. So that's a Saturday. As soon as we get that information from them, we'll go ahead and start releasing that online for you to be able to sign up for that event. Last year was the first time that they'd ever had a PDGA event there, and it went really well. So we're excited to have them back. This is probably the first of 3, I think, that we will have in the summer and fall. So as soon as we get the details, we'll let you know.
And our own Tim Zalabak, former Tim Zalabak, I guess, he said he enjoyed himself, the PDGA that was going on, and actually got to meet some folks that were also equally as interested in disc golf as well. And so people really travel for disc golf.
They do. They love it. So,
people travel for a lot of interesting things like bullfrog jumping as well. But when it comes to disc golf, apparently they really travel. So
they will.
That was an interesting little piece that I learned from it as well.
Yes.
Jessica, what else can you tell me about the
Well, we've got
Taylorville
2
Park?
movies scheduled for this weekend, or this summer, excuse me. Last year we did just the 2, one in the pool and one on the baseball diamonds, but we've got 2 scheduled, probably a third. But for June 27th is Wicked, and McLean is sponsoring that movie with us. So we are going to try this year to do some fairly new movies. I mean, these will just barely be going out to DVD whenever we show them. So that's going to be free, and popcorn will be included. The July movie is Mufasa, that new live action movie. And that one will also just be going out to DVD at that time. So if you didn't catch it in the theater, it's basically going to be your first opportunity to even see it outside of that.
I was going to say Wicked, I know for a fact, just recently, I think even left the theaters. I think it stuck around for some time. Mufasa, I don't know as much about, but that one in July, do you have the date for that one?
July 25th is Mufasa.
July 25th, both on Saturdays.
They are both on Fridays.
Both on Fridays.
Yes,
both
yes.
On Fridays.
So then something I'm very, very excited about, and it's the first time in a long time, have had a lot of people reaching out about, is trying to get some races back in the park. And so July 26th is going to be our first race back in the park. This one I'm very excited about, and I hope that the community can get on board with it. But it is what we are calling the Rough Run, RUFF run. So if that tells you, it's a 5K, but you're encouraged to participate with your pet. And so it's we've got little medals that are a paw print with the event name and stuff on there. But then we've got some local vets offices that are going to come and set up little water tents, just like a regular race. But your pet can stop and get a drink of water as you continue. So you can walk, you can run. I wouldn't call it a race. It's just a really fun way for us to start getting some of these things back into the park, because we're looking at doing an actual race in the fall. But I know a lot of people, we have a very active community, and they look for stuff like that to do. So it's going to be really great to be able to get that back into the park, a place where we can close it off and secure it and make sure everybody's safe, because you'd love to see a road race or something like that, but blocking traffic and stuff like that's kind of hard. So we're excited to start stuff like that back in the park too.
The Rough Run, July 26th, you said. So it's going to be a busy weekend right after Mufasa that night, and we're opening things back up pretty early morning.
Summer short. Yes. We got to cram them in. Well, but that's what the park should be doing, and I love that. If you're looking for something to do, you're guaranteed there's going to be something going on in the park. So just show up. Something will be there.
Something will be there. So July 26th, the Rough Run. And I mean, people love their pets. So it's going to be pretty easy to kind of encourage bringing your 4-legged friend. And And really, when you think about it, if you're walking the dog or running with your dog, even a light jog, now you're getting some exercise and you're getting your pet some exercise after that week of work that they might not have got out as much.
Yes.
Maybe
And if you don't bring your pet, you can come and pet everyone else's. So it's going to be awesome. Fur Love is sponsoring that with us. So that's how everyone's going to get the medals and things like that. And so we'll open up that registration here pretty soon, but just still working on some final details, working with some people in the community that have just really wanted to get it started again. So
we'll take our first break, Jessica, but for the summer concert series in June, we'll have Taylorville, a Taylor Swift tribute. In July, Stone Cold Cowboys, 90s Country. August, Victims of Love with the Eagles and the 40 Mile Per Hour Club and the Car Cruise will be there for the July and August concerts. That is going to be free of charge. On July 19th, the first of potentially 3 Pro Disc Golf Association tournaments, 2 movies, June 27th for Wicked, July 25th for Mufasa, and maybe a third potentially. And then the Rough Run, a 5K with your 4-legged friend on July 26th. I'm excited to hear more about the Taylorville Park District when we come back around on the WTIM Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.
Check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn and beans lower. Wheat trading steady. May corn down 7, 463.25. July corn down 7.5, 469.5. December new crop 449.25, down 5.25. May beans 10.01 3/4, down 9.5. July beans down 9.25, 10.16 and new crop November 10.07 down 8.25. May wheat up a penny, make that 1.25 now 5.58. July wheat up 1.25, 5.73. May bean meal $300.70 down to $1.10. May bean oil down 30 cents, 41.63. Livestock market March feeders $279.75 up 2.25. April live cattle up $1.97, 201.52. April lean hogs 86.82 up 27 cents. Energy market April crude oil 67.39 up $1.14. And I'm Jim Taylor on the RFD Radio Network.
This is Ashley Basso with People's Bank and Trust, where customers have one business banker who understands their business and provides the right financial services to achieve their financial goals. Your business banker is your single source for all your financial needs, from cash management to lines of credit, from mortgages to equipment loans, and everything in between. Call me at 888-PBT-1954. Bank with People's Bank and Trust so you can spend your time running your business, not explaining it. At People's Bank and Trust, we put people first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
While the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament Championship Final Four and Sweet 16 won't be on free over-the-air TV this year, you can hear all the games again this year free on all the WTIM platforms, on AM, FM, and stream on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com, the WTIM mobile app, and Amazon Alexa. Follow your favorite teams free when you listen to WTIM's NCAA Men's Tournament coverage on all its platforms, on AM, FM, and streamed online. WTIM is your NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament station. Applications for residency are now being accepted at Rolling Meadows Senior Living in Taylorville. Enjoy a comfortable lifestyle in a small community. Rolling Meadows offers seniors 62 and older round-the-clock maintenance, controlled access, large kitchens with full-size appliances, on-site laundry, and Wi-Fi in common areas. Located close to shopping and dining, schedule a tour today. Rolling Meadows is sponsored by Lutheran Social Services of Illinois and funded through U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and Federal Bank of Chicago. Rolling Meadows is an equal housing opportunity provider.
The Craig's Realtor team closed more sales in 2024 in Christian County than anyone else and gained market share. Owner Steve Craig's here. Our sales and our team continue to grow. Let us work for you by clicking on my icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Carl Krumsick here from Krumsick Monument Company in Taylorville, Illinois. Find out the many services we provide by clicking our icon on the obituaries page of TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
WTIM.
You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show with our final segment of the Wednesday morning shows, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. And a big thanks to those folks for helping bring this segment to you. I'm joined by Recreational Director of the Taylorville Park District, Jessica Franks, and we've been talking about summer concert series, the upcoming Easter egg hunt, and more. But we also want to talk about a few other things. Jessica, where do you want to take me with the day camp coming up?
So summer camp, we are getting everything squared away for that, getting ready to start registration. This year is going to look a lot different. I've talked to several of the parents from the past, but without the pool, because pool construction is going to be in full swing by the time day camp starts. We have changed kind of the direction that we're going to go. So no swimming every day, but we have scheduled day trips that we're going to do every single week. We will go out with the kids to do stuff. Every week our camp has always had a focus and on like something specific, a sport or a community, person or whatever. We bring people in to talk with the kids or do different demonstrations, teach them different things. So we will continue to do that stuff, but now we're going to incorporate taking them out places. So we'll be swimming at the Y. We're going to be going to the zoo. We'll be going to the adventure park in Decatur, a couple of things like that, just so that the kids aren't in the building all the time. And of course at the park, we have them outside and it's wonderful. They could play basketball or pickleball or, just walk or play outside. And we've got the playground. So that stuff's still going to be nice and great to have there, but we are going to incorporate a whole lot more trips.
Going to the Scoville Zoo,
yes,
the adventure park, and then some of the YMCA.
Yes, the Y swimming and stuff like that. So there's an event some type of trip every single week.
Every single week. And how long is that going to run?
That is, the first day is May 27th. That's the Tuesday after Memorial Day. Okay. And that's right after school gets out. Then the last day is August 8th. So school starts the following week after that. So we have 12 weeks of fun for your kids. And so just be really mindful about signing up, though, because we've capped at 20 this year. So with us having to do the buses for, transporting the kids to all these events, we have to cap at 20 to be able to meet that requirement of them. So, and
you might have mentioned it, but I had a hair in my eye and it was just totally threw me off for the first 30 seconds there. When is registration open for that?
Well, I will go ahead and post all the information this Friday.
Okay.
So then on Monday morning, people will be able to go ahead and come and submit all that paperwork.
Sounds good.
Yes.
So in spite of the pool, we're taking care of the summer camp and we're doing it by going to different activities, going on little field trips. And I think that'll be plenty of fun.
It'll be great.
Now, when it comes to baseball, as we start getting into the spring season, and man, does it feel great outside today.
It's awesome.
Even though it is mid-March, baseball is coming around. And as excited as I am for some baseball in the area, I know some other teams are probably excited to come back to Manners Park. What can you tell me about it?
Yeah, so we are doing a lot of work right now out there at Manners because the JV team from the high school and some of the travel ball leagues and stuff, they are going to be playing out there on Halflaker, the big field under the lights. So we are in the process of building a permanent mound out there. And so it's going to be something that's really great for the older kids to be out there on that field. So aside from them playing, they'll be out there, through the end of school, but then over the summer, it'll be some of the travel teams that will be out there playing. So it'll be awesome to see baseball back in Manners. They played a few tournaments last season, but they'll be out there a lot more this year.
So we got to build a permanent mound, though.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
And, the base is already set at probably 90 feet and everything else. So really just once the permanent mound is done, we're ready to roll.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great. Yes.
And so that'll be coming around as of, the end of the school year and even into the summer months as travel ball really picks up as well. And boy, do I know about that a little bit. Jessica, where else? What else?
Well, they also, I don't know if you've had them, but Red Blend, their registration is open. And so they're going to be playing back out. They're at Don Bragg and Janes. And so we're out there doing a lot of work from that. Also, doing a lot of improvements on the fields out there because they're going to have girls softball out there. But then, of course, men's softball will start right after that. So there were a lot of adjustments, a lot of things that kind of just regular maintenance or things that we didn't know needed to be fixed. That we're taking care of out there for them at Don Bragg. So a lot of work going on out there just to get everything ready. And we just need some grass to grow and everything to turn green.
Yeah, well, it surely seems to be right around the corner. The men's softball league, what can you tell me about it if I was personally interested even?
Well, they don't start until usually after baseball and stuff like that. We like to go ahead and start working the fields instead of waiting, but the other teams will be out there too. But they won't start. Usually, I think they start like midsummer and they go all the way through the fall.
Midsummer.
So it's a very, very long season for them and they play every Sunday.
Every Sunday? Okay.
Yes. Well, Sunday games for men's softball.
Look at that. Might have to figure some more about that.
Yeah.
April 19th, an Easter egg hunt, the summer concert series coming to Manners Park as well with 3 different bands on June, July, and in August. It'll be free of charge. Pro Disc Golf and their association on July 19th, a potential for one of 3 tournaments, movies in June and in July, a 5K rough run. There's a whole lot going on with the Taylorville Park District. Jessica, thank you as always for joining me here on the morning show. And that will do it for us from here. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.